Hello everyone, this is Sonic Fiend, and today I'm going to attempt for the very first time to analyze some Smash matches, namely VODs of myself from a tournament I played just earlier today. This was the... I think it's pronounced VRtual, but it's spelled VRtual. Clever play on words. This was the Virtual Next Gen Gaming Arcade's Smash Sunday series. This is a Wi-Fi weekly every Sunday at around 3 p.m. EST. I've entered them a couple of times. Like, I've actually got some really good practice here. The players and server, everyone's really, they're very nice. I haven't had any problems with them. This one instance, this 1 week, something weird happened. I will address it later. Nothing terrible. Like I have no ill will towards the staff or the players or anyone on the server. They're all good people. But I think it still needs to be said. But I will save that for the last set of the video, because that was the last match I played, and then I lost. Spoiler alert. But there was another weird thing which I will bring up right now. Let me get the image ready. Okay, so... Alright, so if you're familiar with Smash GG at all, which is what we're all using for our tournaments, because... Well, we use them anyway, but... These are going to be for all of our Wi-Fi tournaments, because, let's face it, locals probably aren't coming back until 2021. God help us all. So, I think what had happened was... I think they were trying to update their stage list, but I think something went wrong. I wouldn't know because I never organized a Smash GG bracket before. I've only done challenge. I think something didn't save, and as a result, I will pull up the screen right now. It made us all play in a way that, for me, kind of altered my decision-making going into a couple of matches. Okay, here's the image. Here we go. So if you're familiar with Smash GG, then you basically know how it goes. What you do is, if you've played for Wi-Fi tournaments, I should say, you select a character, both of you select your characters, it locks them in, so it clearly communicates to the other player, hey, I'm playing this person in this round. And then from there, it goes through stage strikes. I think if it's not seed, if it's not determined by seed, it's picked randomly, like who strikes first, and then someone strikes first, the other person strikes second, and then, standard stage procedure. The thing is, I think because the stage list didn't save, Smash GG couldn't pull it up for us to access, so what happens is, you can still, as you can see here, you can select your character, but it won't force you to lock it in before the set begins. So you can leave your character choice question mark or random, I suppose. And then you have to manually discuss stage strikes in the chats. I don't know if everyone knew the stage list. I certainly did it. I was just going by the stage list I'm accustomed to in New York. No one's corrected me so far, so I assume I picked right. I think the only thing for their stage list they could have changed was before they did have Yoshi's Island Brawl legal. If they took it out, I wouldn't be surprised. I personally like that stage. Even though the blast zones are fairly small-ish, I think it's a nice alternative to Smashville. And I know the common point of contention are the ledges, but Lilat is also legal in a lot of tournaments. Big name tournaments too, and those ledges are way worse. In my opinion, anyway. So I've waffled on for about 5 minutes. We haven't even started watching the match. So let's get right into it. Let me bring that. I hit the wrong thing. Now let me X that out. There we go. And then I will pause the music. And now we shall begin. So this was the first set of bracket, round 1, versus PT No 10 Euros, who is a Little Mac main. I don't actually know if they're from Europe or not. And someone is playing Splatoon 2. That's a good game. I should play more of that game, honestly. I still have to finish the story. It's been a bit. This was actually also the first set on stream, like, for a bracket anyway. The first bracket set on stream opened with this. So, Sonic Little Mac. Offline, it's practically free. But, I'm sure if you've fought a quick play Mac at least once, there's always probably lingering fear in the back of your heads, like, oh god, am I going to get F smashed? Like that. He broke my shield after I duffed him, and then responded in turn with the body blow forward smash for damage, which I respect. So, fair chase off stage, and that's going to take his second stock. I don't know if this person is, like, unfamiliar in the Sonic matchup, or maybe they just, maybe this was their first tournament. We're getting a lot of, like, this is my first tournament entries in tournaments I've played recently. But suffice to say, this was a little bit of a wash, no offense to them. Okay, so I'm gonna pause and go back here. I'm gonna be doing this throughout the set, throughout matches for like points of note that I think are worth talking about. So okay, hold on here. Oh shit, can I? Nope, that was too far. I meant to go by milliseconds. Sorry, this is the first time I'm trying this. I am, first time jitters. I am bad at these things. Okay, so not the exact placement here, but suffice to say, if he let go of this F smash, like when I was, like, you can follow the mouse cursor. I hope it's on screen anyway. Right here, if he let go, I should have died. I'm going to chalk it up to Wi-Fi, because online Ultimate, I believe it's 5 to 6 extra frames of delay on top of Ultimate buffer. So I'm going to assume he didn't. I'm going to assume he tried to let go, but just couldn't pull it off in time. Because this was not smart on my part. I very well should have lost a stock for this. Definitely, if he angled it up, I definitely would have exploded. If he just let go forward, I probably would have died from that too because of rage. But suffice to say, I got away with it this time. I really, really shouldn't have. Okay, tried to let go of the KO punch there, and then a duff for good measure, because charging forward smash in neutral is actually ill-advised. Armor or no armor, depending on your opponent. Alright, so that was game 1. Give me 1 second here. I'm trying to remember how the stage decision went. Like, I say spoiler, but like, if you play me in bracket, 99% of the time, if I win a game, my bans are going to be Battlefield and Lilat. Because Sonic, in theory, should do fine on both of those stages. But I don't like, unlike Smash 4, getting stuck on platforms in Ultimate really, really sucks. And I don't think Sonic has enough, plays under a platform to make it worth it. So that's why I usually give rid of triplats, basically. Except Yoshi's Story. But Yoshi's Story, I think those platforms are wide enough that, you know, I can still do what I want to and not get stuck as easily. But game 2, he took us to FD, or I took us to Omega Boxing Ring. Starts getting a little better about calling out my bad moves. I'm not gonna lie, I was definitely, like, until this point right here, I was definitely on autopilot for a bit of it. But then that duff wakes me up, or body blow rather. It's only duff if you like let go and it just goes straight forward. So fair is going run off fair. Run off fair is one of my go-to like edge guards. If I see that, if I knock Jesus, that VRtual is so strong. If I see that my opponent is going to recover low, unless I'm like all the way on the far end of the stage, I will usually try and run off fair them. Unless like they have a disjoint or if it's like Marcina or Croy up specials, I try to spring them instead. Just because it's a little harder to mess with. So that right there is why you don't counter in neutral too often. Like once or twice, I think is fine, but if you make it obvious, you're asking yourself to get called out. I messed up the jag block there. I was going for forward smash. I tried to jab block again, but no, I didn't make it in time. So up tilt, careful landing. Hold on, this. Let me just go back 1 second here. Where is it? Or did I pass it already? No, okay, right here. I cannot tell you how many people would air dodge in this situation. Just like neutral or okay, well, directional air dodge to the left will save you, but more often than not, they choose the air dodge when they could have done something much better, and then they eat a meaty punish for it. I've had that beaten out of my system like since Smash 4, so thankfully I don't do it anymore. Granted, Smash 4 air dodging was kind of broken, but this ain't that game. Takes it back to the ledge. I'm running away because KO Punch is live, and now it's gone because unfortunately it doesn't stay. I don't know if KO Punch remaining on Mac would actually buff him or not. Like he doesn't, once he gets it, he doesn't lose it until he uses it. But unfortunately, that bear off stage is going to seal that game because Mac ain't no air fighter. And I took that set 2-0. Alright, so let me get the next one ready. I had the video files. Where did they go? They were definitely here, I promise. One moment. Doing this on the fly because preparation, what the heck is that? Okay, here's the folder, and this. Okay, here we go. Loading. Alright. Let me. Okay, I gotta. You're not gonna see it, but I need to move the video player so I can actually, like, see the match, so to speak. There we are. Oh, gee, okay, that was weird. Okay, so game 2, or round 2 rather, winners round 2. This was the longest. Let me go to the list again. Yeah, this was definitely the longest set, like, of all the matches I played earlier today. So this was against TJ13. He's actually a Sonic main, but he does not like the Ditto at all. Truthfully, I cannot blame him. So he opts to go Palutena instead. And, you know, not for nothing, it's a very Very, very well-trained Palutena, I think. Like, we've definitely thrown down before, and I usually come out on top. Okay, so, yes. This is actually where, let me pull up the image again. So because of the situation I explained earlier with the lack of, like, seeing the character, because I fought him before, but I forgot. Like, I forgot that he played Palu until we started the match. If I'd known beforehand he was going to go Palu, I would not have gone to Smashville. Because I think it was between Smashville and Stadium 2. Like, I will almost always take Palu to Stadium 2 first. Or on a first game. And that will come into play in this set here. Whoa, that's way too far. That's game 2. Okay. So let me get this ready. Volume, make sure that's right. Okay. Alright, so game 2 begins. I will definitely say that among Sonics, I'm probably one of the more, of the ones I know anyway, I'm probably one of the more, like, spin-happy ones. Which I am trying to get that out of my system. Not that it can't work, but it only get you so far, you know what I mean? Also try and be a little more, like, offensive, rush down, as opposed to, like, I can... Whoa, what happened there? Whoa, 1 second. Okay, that was strange. Okay, I think the video recording skipped there. Because I played these back earlier, that didn't happen before. Okay, so, ignoring that little hiccup, hopefully it doesn't happen again. Back to the match. So basically we're filling out neutral, you know, as we do in Smash Brothers. Oh, let me point this out right now. Right this second. So, that right there. Sonic's, you know, infamous homing attack, the move that everyone hates. One of the moves that everyone hates about this character anyway. So, fun fact, if Sonic misses the homing attack and he splats against the ground and then lands like this, he is stuck for around 2 seconds. He cannot move, he cannot auto-cancel, he can't run, he can't attack, he can't do anything. He is stuck in this recoil position. Not enough people know this, I think, and don't punish accordingly. Because, like, say if Troy here were closer at this percent, it's probably a grab. It's probably grab into, like, nair loops or what have you. I think he also knows because he also plays Sonic, but suffice to say, there are a lot of opportunities where the Sonic will miss and hit the ground, but the opponent does not punish whatsoever, or doesn't get the optimal punish, like something much bigger than just instinctually grabbing, which a lot of people do, which they do a lot. A lot of players will just grab instead of going for something better. This extends to all levels of play. Like, top players still do this to this day. But, anyway. Okay, so up smash catching me from landing properly. Good on him for that. Little side B in the back air. That's the bread and butter. I do. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, that right there, that's definitely a mistake on my part. Yeah, right here. I think I do this mistake like a couple more times before it sticks in to stop doing it. But, yeah, Troy's absolutely within rights to catch my up air, or catch my down air with a Halo here. Because I have it so, like, ingrained in me to, like, down air auto cancel after being launched so high up. If you can intercept that, then good on you. And Pal's one of the better characters at doing that, just because, you know, that move is so big. It covers so much space. Above around it, like in a cone. Yeah, you're gonna see me... Okay, so, in case you don't know, let me dial it back again. Okay. Okay, so, this jump right here, that's called the spin shot. You're gonna see me doing this a lot against most characters with projectiles, because that's my way of just, like, ignoring their attempt at zoning me and just, like, zooming over and, you know, depending on the move they use, like, for example, what's a laggy one? Like a Wolf Laser, for example. You know, it has a little bit of cooldown to it, despite it being a very good projectile. So, like, against Wolf, against Palu, like, Palu Explosive Flame, for sure, I will usually attempt to just spin shot over, and then, like, I will try and land aggressively, like, a backer to send him, like, the other direction and take back stage. Otherwise, you know, Troy's correct in, like, trying to keep me out with, you know, the ranged options he has at bay. And I take first stock by reading Get Up Attack with F tilt. Now this is the part where most Sonics, like with a stock lead, they'd probably just take it and run, like camp the entire set if allowed. That was dumb of me. That was very dumb of me. If you have a move like there aren't many moves as big as freaking Palu up smash, freaking Ray of Light, but that's definitely a habit of mine. I do tend to spin charge out of disadvantage a lot, or at least trying to come back to stage. Against Palu, that's very ill-advised, and just don't do it. Pro tip, don't do it. Okay, so that was definitely a mistake on my part. Let me go back. I'll point it out. All right, so I'm running in spin charge. This is something I'm trying to. It's habit. That's why I do this. But at this low percent, homing attack into back air is not true. I should have gone for delay up air, attempt to drag down, and then combo off of that. And because as you just saw, I got punished for it. At very low percent, homing attack does not have a lot of hit stun. In fact, like from 0 to 10%, homing attack on hit is actually like a little bit minus, depending on the opponent's like burst options. Like, I can attempt to air dodge, but typically speaking, very, very low percents. Homing attack will not combo into anything except up air, and only at a very, like, weird angle. And even then, up air is not, you know, doesn't always work, much to my chagrin. I think that was the first nair of the game. At least the first one that hit, unless I'm dumb and not paying attention. Good staff. Tried to roll behind ledge there and like down throw. That was no, it was a gamble I took. Didn't pay off that time. There's that buckler, or famous invincible back air. Yeah, shield didn't land me much. And really, like, I put myself in this position because, again, any Sonic who doesn't want to deal for stuff, like, it's kind of weird to say, but for all of Palu's strengths, she's actually really, really bad at forcing the opponent to approach her. Unless you're like me, and you try and stay aggro anyway, instead of taking the stock lead and running away, and are forced to approach from the deficit. That's just my playstyle, because I typically don't like camping. There's only like 2, maybe 3 matchups I will actively camp in. That right there, okay, so this is one of my favorite things to do. Let me, I gotta find a way to, like, make it rewind in intervals, like smaller intervals on button press. Okay. This is my favorite thing to do, or one of my favorite things to do in Ultimate. Because homing attack now kills at full charge. It did as well in Smash 4, but wasn't as reliable, I don't think. But here, definitely, it will start destroying lives at around, like she's at 128. Probably when it killed her at 120. What a lot of people, like, are scared to condition, like, holding shield, because you know, homing attack is a pure mix-up. Like, how do you know when the Sonic's gonna let go, right? Because it's totally up to me. The opponent doesn't know when I'm gonna, like, let myself go, or just let it rock all the way. I will say, though, what you can do against homing attack, you know, depending on the character, most characters can, like, the only character I can see is not having as much luck with this is, like, Little Mac, because he can't jump. But, well, actually, that's not true, because Little Mac has up B, but basically, what you can do, if you see a Sonic holding the, like, charging homing attack, what you can do is attempt to, like, jump. You can jump and up air him, and, like, homing attack doesn't have a hitbox until I let go. So I won't trade, I'll just straight lose to whatever you throw at me. But, Troy did not know any better in this instance. Little up smash victory. So even though I was at a pretty big deficit, you know, it's just about even again. Back to playing the neutral. Again, I messed up. I meant that right there. I meant to fast fall air dodge the fast fall neutral air dodge the first up air there, and now I'm in horrible disadvantage. I've taken practically 10 times the amount of percent I landed on her. Also bad. I'm surprised that did not kill me, in all honesty. Then I guess because she didn't have rage. Let's back through it here. Not yet. So I gotta find my way back in, try and press advantage. Tried to call a jump there, and that'll do it. He definitely caught on to my spin charge at disadvantage. Something again I need to stop. Game 1 goes to Troy. And again, not to take away from, like, I think he's a good player. Honestly, I do. Not to take away from his victory, but I definitely could have seen things. I could have seen that match going different if I went Stadium instead. But again, how could I have known, right? Alas. So let me fast forward this. We're discussing stages. I think I take us to Kalos. Yes. There we go. Game number 2. 3, 2, 1. Just a little bit. Alright, game 2. Kalos. Like, every Sonic has their preferences. For me, I think Sonic's best stages are FD and Kalos. And they're usually what people ban against me. See that again? Let me go back. Okay, so again, you see me going for back air. That's just a bad habit of mine, and you know I got punished for it. I definitely should have landed. I definitely should have followed up with weak hit nair or attempt. Maybe not up air because she was already grounded, but weak hit nair definitely would have opened to like another string. But no, I had to be dumb because it's ingrained in me to try and back air instinctively. And, you know, I ate 20% for it. That, okay, so... where is it? Right? Oh no, I went past it. My bad. Okay, so let me rewind back a little bit. Okay, so she misses the dash attack because again, Buckler is totally invincible. Nothing, like once that move is out, nothing can hurt her. Like at least coming forward, or maybe backward too. I'm not even entirely sure myself. That definitely Buckler's. Her dash attack and her back air, their hitboxes are way bigger than like the actual range of the shield on her arm. So what happens here? She missed the dash attack and instinctively rolls. That's well, in this instance, while I hate how spot dodges work in Ultimate, but that's what Troy should have done there. Because, you know, he attempted to roll in. I read that because a lot of characters, a lot of players who try to aggressively, like, start stuff with dash attack, they will instinctively roll if they miss instead of spot dodge. So I'm used to calling it out, and, you know, it didn't pay off as well as I'd like there, but, you know, 8 damage for it. Called out the explosive flame there with homing attack. Definitely most projectile users on the ground like stay rooted in place. Tried to mix them up, homing attack didn't quite work. Okay, that again, and that again. I gotta stop doing both. So I just let myself land naturally. You know, now I'm effectively at kill percent for like a smash attack or like a bared ledge. I had the idea there. Let me go back a little bit more. Okay. Right here. I definitely. If I held his down smash charge for a second longer, that would have 2-framed, because he definitely did not snap ledge immediately. That was definitely a stock, but I couldn't judge it. I've done it before. I'm gonna chalk it up to delay, but I definitely had the intent to 2-frame with that, and it would have worked if I got it on time. Okay, misses. That was my fault right there. My freaking Butterfingers. She went for the dash grab. Yeah, right there. I definitely should have turned around and just like... I could get a smash attack in time, maybe. I actually don't know how... I actually don't know, like, the lag of a whiff from her dash grab, but I definitely could have got a bigger... I could have A punish there. I didn't get... Not a small punish, I didn't get A punish at all, because I ran away from that like a dope. So just feeling each other out again. Just like seeing who commits to what first. Bob with the homing attacks, like, because you know, what are you gonna do down tilting? I'm over there. And once again, F tilt gonna steal or seal the first stock of that game. Here, I'm just trying to press advantage again. Run up duffed her right in the back. That should not have worked, I don't think, but I just did it anyway. That one I did read the neutral getup. I just angled it downward by accident. I should have... If I angled it straight, she would have died. Especially with that rate, should have just been gone. So back at it again. Catch with that. See, I aimed it correctly that time. I just wasn't spaced close enough for, like, the tip of his knuckle to clock her. I don't know why I was expecting her to, like... I think I was expecting her to, like, air dodge back to center stage. But, it didn't quite happen. Okay, this happens more often than I like to admit. So this. The way homing attack works is it locks onto the opponent's position after you tap the button again, or if you let it rock to full charge when Sonic takes off by himself. It locks onto where the opponent is or was at the time of release, as like indicated by the target marker. The thing is, because it doesn't account for drift in the air, sometimes, like, I don't know if you see it too often, but sometimes the Sonic will, like, they'll run you off stage, go for a homing attack, but because the opponent's drift is so great, they'll just clean miss. And now, like, we're both in the blast zone. I don't know how... I'm not sure if Troy could have reacted there, but... Or I don't know if he was within his first active frame after hit stun ended, but definitely, if he could act at this point, he could have, like, bared me, and I would have died, like, right there in the blast zone, like, at sub 50. But suffice to say, homing attack, contrary to its name, is not always accurate. So I'm gonna... I thought I was gonna want to fail there. I guess I decided to bring... That was me trying to read neutral get up and, like, get... You know, the Smash Ultimate Classic of roll backwards at ledge, read their neutral get up, and back throw. And that was a mistake. Thankfully, I thought better to just air dodge instead of trying to dare again, and then I wound up getting a kill for it. So it worked out in the end. Again, that's me freaking going for back air after homing attack at low percent and not connecting it because my dumb brain cannot process, hey, stupid, do a different move. Alright, so I definitely got past the flame spam. What do we got? Again, okay. Alright, right here. Right here. That was up smash. That was down smash. That was forward smash. At this percent, that was forward tilt. That could have been up tilt. That was a free stock right there. This little Sonic hit right here, gone, or it should have been. But what happens? He grabs. This happens way more often than I care to admit. Like I myself, like I'm not gonna take the high road and pretend I haven't done it from time to time, like even today. Maybe not in the sets played today, but like, you know, within the past few months of Ultimate, like I still do it on occasion, just out of instinct. But I'm training myself to break the habit. Please, if you know the opponent's stuck in like, very, very horrible lag, please kill them, especially at this percent. Or at least put them closer to death percent. Because now I live and I have max rage. I was trying to read, I think I was trying to read neutral air dodge there. That got me. That was good on his part. If you have a move with a disjoint and the Sonic is like homing attacking to ledge, then yes, you can let it rip and destroy him for it. Okay, that was me. Spit Charge is weird in this game in that... Oh, that was a nice bear on my part. I forgot I actually got that. Spit Charge is weird in that... It's kind of hard to tell where the opponent will be after like you launch and bring them up with you. It's almost like a fit, for me anyway, it feels like a 50-50, like, you know, they could be in front of me so I fair, or above me so I attempt to up air, but, you know, unfortunately I guessed wrong in that instance, and, you know, he didn't die for it. Now I'm just, you know, doing what we Sonics do, trying to fish the kill. You know, there's 2 minutes left. If I was degenerate enough, I could have just ran away. Because, you know, again, one of Pal's weaknesses, that should have been F-tilt. She sucks at making people approach when they have lead. Like, not even just Sonic. Like, a lot of characters can just run away from her. And then Donkey Kick will seal the deal. That's not his actual name, but I can't remember what... Like, his forward tilt is from Sonic the Fighters on arcades. I can't remember what that move is called there. So I just called it the Donkey Kick. Like, have you ever seen, like, those, Hanna-Barbera cartoons? Like, the horse gets angry, just turns around and just, like, kicks them with all their might. That's what that is. The big old feet, too. Who knows where those shoes have been. God, imagine if, imagine Sonic the Werehog was in this game and he had that move. He actually does have that move in Unleashed. But as the Werehog, for whatever reason, his shoes turn into cleats. Like very, very spiky cleats. So having those, like, kick you at full force up close are going to hurt like hell. Okay, so now we're moving on to game number 3. And he took us to Stadium 2, which is where I would have taken us game 1 if I know beforehand because of this weirdness. But anyway. Okay, so very nice 26%. We're playing the game. That was bad. I should have grabbed there. That should not have worked. Like, that wasn't even the right thing for me to do. There's up air failing me, you know. Ugh, as multi-hitter want to do in this game. Anyway. But yeah, I definitely should not have got that homing attack. I shouldn't have went for it, but, you know, we take those. Alright, reads the neutral tech. That was good on his part. You know, again, keep me at bay with projectiles. Again, like, if you're watching this as a non-Sonic player and you want to know how better to fight him, spam projectiles if your character has it. He hates those a lot, especially on Wi-Fi. I wanted to go for a jab lock there, but I stopped sooner than I should have. Filling it out. Just bring to his advantage. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? At this point now, I think we're just both fishing for kills. Dash attack gonna send me up. Careful, and he reads my jump there and gets the up air. See, at that point, you know, I was at 0, so what could he have done other than grab me? So that's the one instance where it's okay. That should have been run on F smash, because all of her, like, the power smashes with wings, forward smash and down smash are super laggy. Trying to go for donkey kicks again. Unfortunately, I don't have any rage, so she's gonna live. That's the first counter of the set, which threw me off at first. It was like, huh, I forgot she had that move. Alright, so that was a jab check into grab. I like doing that a lot. Like with whoever I play, if I can trick them into thinking I'll do like the full jab combo of whatever character strings, I'll just do jab 1 and then follow up with something else. Normally grab, but some characters have something degenerate. And here's the staple of why that, Jesus, that right there. Let me rewind that. That here. This is the prime example as to why, like, despite, like, at the day of this recording, at the time of this recording, I should say, this is after Sonic's, like, I love that dude, very good Sonic player, I believe from the Dominican Republic. At the time of this recording, he just won the Quarantine Major yesterday, and I think, was it Knife Wars? He won a tournament like the day before as well. He's a very good player. Like, his playstyle is, you know, he camps, but I'm not gonna fault him for it. You know, play to win, as you do. A lot of people think Sonic is top tier, especially on Wi-Fi. I'm gonna say no, because this right here really hurts his character. Sonic has a lot of trouble killing. She lived to 221, and she died to like halfway charged spin dash. Because, like, unlike Smash 4, where you can make the case, you know, like, camping was still, like, his best strategy in that game. But he could also kill if he needed to. Sonic doesn't have reliable kill confirms in this game. Not many, anyway. That was... Oh, okay, so... I can tell you exactly... God, this was so bad on my part. So... I guess we'll... Alright, so we'll just watch... Well, fast forward a little bit. We'll just watch her die at... Not 208, 221 again. Okay, so... Back to neutral, right? I finally got the kill. I'm still feeling good. Despite, you know, how long it took to actually net that. Okay, so... This right here, this is where it all went wrong. I meant to... I dashed a little too forward, and as a result, like, she gets me with the get-up attack. I read the get-up attack. I was trying to, if you follow the mouse here, I was trying to, like, space myself right here in this area, but I went too far forward. I was going to read the get-up attack, you know, catch her with spin charge, and then, you know, fall from there. What happens is not that. Neutral attack. Right into Explosive Flame. Gets the auto reticle. You know, I'm forced to jump out of Explosive Flame range, get auto reticle again. Flame range. Buckler. Into Nair, and then I'm inated because I spin charge and disadvantage. I need to stop that myself. Into up smash. There are many different ways I could have recovered there, but I was still in a very bad spot. And that definitely, like, shifted the momentum of this match. Like, you have no idea. See, imagine if parrying projectiles had an actual use. Like, a lot of people don't agree with the notion, but That was stupid on my part. I shouldn't have done that. I made it back, thankfully. But I'm of the mind that parrying projectiles, maybe you can make like a proximity range so it's not totally broken, but I think if possible, like if it's possible for it to be reflected, I think parrying a projectile should, like melee power shields. I think Brawl still had it, I don't remember, but like melee, if you power shield a projectile, it gets reflected, no matter what, which gives every character like a reflector in quotation marks. I think that should be the case in this game, because parrying a projectile gets you nothing. Like, you can act sooner, sure, than if you shielded it, but, you know, it's still a projectile. The person who sent it out towards you still has advantage. That was me running off fair, missing, but thankfully I clutched out the game. I clutched out that stock. Despite the setback, I was still feeling moderately good. Like I think it's within my rights to bring it back. Right, the dash grab. Okay, that was my bad. He definitely earned that one. Maybe he felt it coming because he's also a Sonic, like at heart. But that was good. He read the hell out of my forward smash. And like as you saw earlier with the Little Mac set, if I feel it coming, I can definitely anticipate and hold the charge. I did not feel this. He felt me instead, and bam! I didn't die, but that clinches it right there. And all in all, the set goes to Troy. I didn't feel bad about how like either of us played. That was a really good set. That was. Let me look at the list again. Let me remember. Let me just pull up the list of characters of players in this bracket today. Yeah, that was definitely the closest set I felt from the entire game. That's probably why it was also the longest. But yeah, like he definitely earned that. I definitely gave him the re my ski, haha, GG's, and sent him off. Wish them luck and winners. And then that brings me to the loser side of things, which I will cover right now.